Next up, the Seattle Seahawks. Who you got here?
This one was a little difficult. I went with Will Disley. They signed him to a 3-year, $24 million contract in 2022. Thought it was a bit high of a deal for a tight end who's coming off two major injuries. Um, but I guess they want to take care of their guy. So in 2022, he has 34 catches for 349 yards and 3 touchdowns in 15 games, and then 2023 he has 17 catches for 172 yards and 1 touchdown in 14 games. So he's really just a backup tight end, and you're paying this guy $8 million a year. So I thought that was, I don't know, a little egregious for a backup tight end, and that's my pick. But again, Seattle's a really tough one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another team that just drafts and trades guys. I mean, if we're talking about trades, you would just put Jamal Adams. Maybe we should do a trade spot, like
Yeah,
worst,
worst trades of all time. Yeah, I'm
not of
down with
all
that.
time, but yeah, the worst
I mean,
trades.
we'll give ourselves more room. We'll give us like 10 years or something like that.
Yeah, it's basically Russell Wilson, uh, Jamal Adams.
Adams. Yeah,
I don't know
there
who
could
else,
be
but
quite a few. There'd be quite a few.
quite a
There could be
few.
quite a
Yeah.
few.
Yeah, so this was tough. I went with BJ Finney. So they signed him in 2020. He's a center. Signed him in 2020 to a 2-year, $8 million deal. So nothing crazy, but this was in the COVID off season, and apparently that restricted his them from like giving him a physical because they didn't
Mm-hmm.
allow in person contact. So he
Yeah,
basically
I read
was.
about this. I read about this.
Yeah, he came into the camp. He came into camp not being in shape, so he didn't want because he didn't want to get hurt, which makes sense, right? If you get hurt
Yeah,
during a team
yeah,
activity, then I think your signing bonus, all that stuff is still safe. But if you get hurt off the facility doing a non-team workout, then that's because the NFL is
yep,
shady. They'll be like, you were lifting weights in your own backyard. We're not going to pay you for that. So
yeah.
anyway, he lasts only 6 games with the Seattle Seahawks, does not play a single snap on offense, and he makes $3 million. So good for him. Not so good for the
Hey,
Seahawks.
gets paid.
Yeah, man. COVID, man. There's another guy in the AFC side of things. His COVID just threw everything off for him.